Les Misérables.
Volume 5. Jean Valjean. Book 9th. Supreme Shadow, Supreme Dawn. By Victor Hugo. Narrated by Peter Silverleaf. Chapter 1. Pity for the unhappy, but indulgence for the happy. It is a terrible thing to be happy. How content one is, how all-sufficient one finds it, how, being in possession of the false object of life, happiness, one forgets the true object, duty. Let us say, however, that the reader would do wrong were he to blame Marius. Marius, as we have explained, before his marriage, had put no questions to Monsieur Fauchelevent, and since that time he had feared to put any to Jean Valjean. He had regretted the promise into which he had allowed himself to be drawn. He had often said to himself that he had done wrong in making that concession to despair. He had confined himself to gradually estranging Jean Valjean from his house and to effacing him as much as possible from Cosette's mind. He had, in a manner, always placed himself between Cosette and Jean Valjean, sure that, in this way, she would not perceive nor think of the latter. It was more than effacement, it was an eclipse. Marius did what he considered necessary and just. He thought that he had serious reasons, which the reader has already seen, and others will be seen later on, for getting rid of Jean Valjean without harshness, but without weakness. Chance having ordained that he should encounter, in a case which he had argued, a former employee of the Lafitte establishment, he had acquired mysterious information without seeking it, which he had not been able, it is true, to probe, out of respect for the secret which he had promised to guard, and out of consideration for Jean Valjean's perilous position. He believed at that moment that he had a grave duty to perform, the restitution of the 600,000 francs to someone whom he sought with all possible discretion. In the meanwhile, he abstained from touching that money. As for Cosette, she had not been initiated into any of these secrets, but it would be harsh to condemn her also. There existed between Marius and her an all-powerful magnetism, which caused her to do instinctively and almost mechanically what Marius wished. She was conscious of Marius's will in the direction of Monsieur Jean. She conformed to it. Her husband had not been obliged to say anything to her. She yielded to the vague but clear pressure of his tacit intentions and obeyed blindly. Her obedience in this instance consisted in not...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?